Okay, I got it.
Ethan.
Disorder, randomness.
No, I already called Ethan.
Randomness of a system.
Yeah, or disorderedness. So that's the definition for it. Alright, make sure you pay attention. Alright, Chris, so what do you got for number 1 then? Evaporation of a puddle.
Close.
Alright, so should it go up or go down?
Up.
It goes up. Why?
Evaporation.
Good job. So yes, you're right. The entropy does increase. Alright. Detonation of TNT. Something explodes. Alright. Quentin, what you got for that one?
Increase.
Yeah, because you had one object and now you have a bunch of small objects. Alright, number C, combustion of gasoline. Alright, Ethan.
Direct.
Direct. Increase. Yeah, so that one it'll go up because you're going from typically a liquid into a gas, or it's creating energy. It's an exothermic reaction, so it's creating more disorder. Alright, number D, separation of air into its component gases. We'll start with Ethan, go backwards. So is that increase or decrease? What?
Increase.
Why?
Decrease.
So I'm taking a gas and I'm separating from like all of air. Yeah, decrease because I'm taking it and I'm organizing it. Basically with the idea of like paper clips, instead of having a whole bunch of paper clips all mixed up on the ground, you're going through and you're organizing them, putting them all together by color or putting them all together by size. That's the idea of separating it into its component gases. Alright. Quentin's turn. Alright, Quentin, what do you got for construction of a building?
Decrease.
Good job, because it's more organized. You had a whole bunch of objects like wood or concrete or steel, and now you have one organized object. Alright, number F.
Are we on second to last?
We're on third to last.
Negative.
Why?
What was the question? What was it again?
Alright, demolition of a building, so breaking a building
Yeah, I
down.
thought that's what he just did.
He did construction of the building.
That's probably a bunch of small pieces.
Yeah, because if you've ever watched a building get torn apart, it is not organized. It's
Have you
messy
seen a video where they were taking down, I think it was like a soccer stadium or something?
Yes.
And the bus pulled in front of it and you couldn't see it.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I've seen different videos because we had one of them, I think it was torn down in Louisiana, I think 2 years ago or a year ago, so people like filmed it just because, I mean, it's just fun. And it was something where they're like, okay, this is going to be a massive structure, it's going to be torn down.
Every single person has a sudden, or has an urge in their body to destroy things. And that's just human nature.
It is part of human nature to be destroyed or to be dominant in some cases, to like want their way for stuff. So I mean that's just part of human nature. But now again, part of that, to a certain extent, is sin nature because you shouldn't just like take advantage of people. But it is part of it. So it's not something you have to balance it.
It's a shame because people, I guess it is sin nature and
It is part. Well, I mean,
human
just being the
nature.
best or wanting to be the best isn't necessarily sin nature, but it's one of those where if you take it and use it wrong, yeah now it is.
Well, people enjoy watching people fail.
Yeah, it's a little bit spiteful. Alright, number G. Digestion of food. Alright, so who wants it? Alright, Chris?
Positive.
Because you're having one object typically, and now it's a bunch of molecules because your body's breaking it apart.
Don't be disgusting.
What?
Don't be disgusting.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, you have to eat, but yes, we don't need to be discussing with other parts. Alright, freezing of a lake. Alright, let's get someone else though. I appreciate it though. Alright, one of you two pick. Alright, Ethan.
Decrease.
Why?
Because
It's what?
There's no.
Alright, is it go? Alright, so if it's freezing, is it going from a solid to a liquid or liquid to solid?
We're going to solid.
Alright, so is that more disorder or less disorder?
Less.
Good job. So what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Decrease.
Yeah.
Are you
Alright,
okay?
number 6. At 25 degrees Celsius, the delta H, so standard heat of formation or the energy, is 37.4 kilojoules, and the change of entropy, remember S is entropy, is 111 joules per Kelvin. Alright, and it gives you the reaction for it. Alright, calculate delta G at 25 degrees Celsius. And is the process spontaneous at 25 degrees Celsius? Alright, so breaking this down, what does G stand for? Or what does G stand for? Thank you, yes. So the equation is delta G equals what?
Wow.
You gotta know the equation. Alright, Ethan?
Delta H
Delta H degree sign.
minus T
Good.
delta S.
Good job. So it's minus. That's all come at a high temperature. This one becomes more dumb because it'll make it more negative. Now remember, if it's going to be spontaneous, what sign will delta G has to have if it's going to be spontaneous?
Negative.
Negative. It must be negative. If you get a positive number, that means it's non-spontaneous. So look at your answer right now. Oh, okay. So solving this, anyone think they got the correct answer just by the equation how we talked through it so far? All right, what's your answer?
I hope we all got it right.
Hope so.
Negative 2,737.6 kilojoules.
That's why we show our work so that we can talk through how to solve this. Alright, so what is delta H according to this problem? Quentin?
37.4
Good job. So positive 37.4 kilojoules or joules?
kilojoules.
Kilojoules. That's important to note for it. All right. So what is the temperature?
298.15.
Good job. Remember to go into Kelvin. 298.15. If you're up to 298 for Kelvin, okay, that's fine. Just be careful. All right. Delta S.
11 joules per Kelvin.
Oh, did you say 11 joules?
111 joules.
Alright, so 111 joules per Kelvin, so this
Or
is Kelvin.
just joules.
Yeah, so this one's joules, this one's kilojoules. Can I just subtract them?
No.
Oh, I have to convert. So,
Can't you just get rid of the K though and just call it a joule? No, on the 111.
you could. It's just telling you, okay, it's 11 joules per Kelvin.
That throws me off.
Yeah, well, this one, you have to get rid of these unit as well. So that's how come it's 298.15 Kelvin. So you don't have just this one is per Kelvin. That's how come I'm gonna multiply these two together, because it's the idea of for every degree of Kelvin, you have to add in this much joules to have it go up. So that's the reason why the units will help you to remember, okay, which one it is. Alright, but we gotta convert this to kilojoules. Is probably the easier way to do it. So converting it to kilojoules is what?
Play this one for the one.
Yeah. So you just remember, okay, just move my decimal point down 3 times. I mean, you can go the other way and work for a large number, but it's probably easiest just to put the decimal point there. Just remember, okay, just convert and I'll be done. Alright, so,
That's where I messed up.
remember this is a negative number? I almost forgot that. Alright, so this is minus. So, positive number minus a negative number, what does that become?
Negative.
Alright, if it's a positive minus a negative number, what will the whole thing become?
Positive.
Positive, because remember, you can't have, because you can't minus a negative number, so in algebra you automatically flip it. So, now, after solving it and working it through this way, how many do you think you got the right answer now? Alright,
I'll go back and do that.
Wait, let's put it in a chance.
124 kilojoules.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't hear you.
124 kilojoules.
Alright, not quite for it. Alright, anyone think they got it?
I know what I did wrong.
Okay,
I had 431, like something like that.
431. That sounds, did you convert to joules instead of kilojoules? That sounds like that's what you started to do. and you did it.
37.4, I moved the decimal one over.
Just one?
No, to the right, left side. Yeah, like that.
Okay, so you just moved just the wrong one over. Because again, you have closer to the right answer, but your decimal points are off. Alright, Chris, did you just rework it to figure out what it was?
Not reworked it.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, I can do
But
it.
remember, you gotta multiply all this together, so this will be a negative number. So 298.15 times negative 0.111. And then you subtract that, well, technically it'll be addition, but you add, well,
Can I leave my calculator out in the studio?
I didn't see it. Is it in your locker? I'm sorry, this is a positive
Today's
number.
gonna be wrong.
I looked at the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Alright. Did you calculate it? Do you have it? The spare one? Okay, you haven't used your freebie yet in this class. You can go get it really quick.
I worked out with my, I worked with
No, you're gonna need it in lab, because you have math in lab today, because it's
Can I
calendars.
do it by hand?
You have to have a class. Go get it. Go get it. Use your freebies. Alright, Ethan, what'd you get? I'm sorry, this is a positive number. There you go. Is that it?
4.31.
Okay, yeah, and you're right, we will round for this one in a second. But yeah, alright. We're gonna do that.
Well, I actually had that on there.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah, 4.31.
Oh, okay, I thought you said like 400
I did
something.
move the decimal, I don't know how I got
Okay, but yeah, so just be careful with that. Good job. Alright, so the answer becomes 4.31. So, Ethan, putting this in proper sig figs. Since the last step was addition and subtraction, since this one in the 10th spot. That one we converted, so we're not gonna worry about that one. This one ended in the 10th spot, so where does the answer go to? Alright, so what does this answer come to?
Last day how it was.
Alright, so this one rounds to the 10ths. What does this one round to?
10.
Yep, so you just drop the one from it. Alright, now for this one, the units. So if this one's in kilojoules, what does the answer become?
Georgia.
Kilojoules. Alright, so if it's a positive value, does that mean it's gonna be spontaneous or non-spontaneous at this temperature?
Non-spontaneous.
Non-spontaneous. Alright, so let's look at the next problem and figure out that one for it. Alright, so the next problem says, assuming that the delta H and delta S do not change, oh I shouldn't erase my value for the temperature, is the process spontaneous at 68 degrees Celsius? Alright, so what is the, alright, so same thing for delta H is still 37.4. Now the delta S is still 0.11 because I'm gonna leave it as is in kilojoules per Kelvin. Alright, if the temperature though is 68 degrees Celsius, what do I do to make that into Kelvin? Alright, Quentin?
Add 290 something?
Alright, so what do I add if I'm going from Celsius to Kelvin?
298. That's right.
273.15. So 273.15 plus 68.
Okay.
15 plus 68.
341.
There you go. Alright, so you multiply these two numbers together, and then you subtract it from 37.4. Alright, and then what do you get for this one? Quentin?
Just if it's already 37.82. Or all of it?
What do you mean all of it?
Like the whole thing.
Yeah, so 341.15 times 0.111, and then subtract that from 37.4.
Negative 0.4.
Is that all you got? Alright, because of sig figs, what will this round to?
Negative 0.4. Negative 0.5.
And 5. Alright, so for this one, and then of course kilojoules. Alright, so negative. Will this be spontaneous or non-spontaneous then? Chris? Spontaneous. So that's what you're supposed to point out. Alright, you don't have any questions about how to solve this. Main thing is just remember to convert. Alright, you can go ahead and get out your lab book. We'll go ahead and oh, as a side note, real quick. Does anyone know what today is?
Friday.
Okay, Friday. But does anyone know what's special about today?
It's the last day. It's the last day.
Okay, this day is celebrated by chemists as Mole Day. Anyone know why it's Mole Day?
Because we
May.
captured a Russian spy.
Oh, what?
There was one more than that.
Nope.
Avogadro's birthday?
Not
Avogadro's
quite, but it
death?
has to go Avogadro's number. What's Avogadro's number?
6.022 times 1023.
10/23rd. So on October 23rd or 10/23rd, from 6:22 in the morning to 6:22 in the evening, it's celebrated as Mole Day because
It's not like a
scientists are
national
nerds.
holiday, actually.
I mean, chemists
Is it
know
like
it,
Star
chemists
Wars
represent. Yes, basically it's like May the 4th, so it's like an idea.
So
So
it's like
remember,
a bunch of people that play Dungeons and Dragons get together and celebrate Mole Day.
maybe you have really nerdy people that do that, and they're really into chemistry, then they might do it that way. Alright, but if I have 1 mole of a substance, how many molecules or atoms or substances do I have? If I have 1 mole of a substance.
6.022 or something.
Because remember it's just a unit, so if you have like a dozen donuts, how many donuts do you have?
12.
12. So if you get like a munchkin
There's
box.
12 in a dozen?
And it,
Well, Vegas says it's 13.
I thought it was 6.
That's half a dozen. Half a dozen. Alright,
There's
so,
sick happening,
it just has to do with the idea of just like units,
I've
basically.
never even heard half of a dozen.
Alright, so, if you have a mole, how much of a substance do you have? Just making sure.
I'm gonna give you a mold.
If you have a mole with substance, how much do you have, individual atoms? Okay, just making sure. Alright, that's it. Alright, so, Jamie, you can go ahead and watch the chemistry, the lab online for you. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it with the gentleman. Alright, your homework, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to everyone, so I need everyone all at once.
I'm a genius.
Your
I'm gonna
homework
go down the video.
is to answer on page 192 the problems.
She's about to give us a lot. She's about to give us a lot.
I'm considering it.
Hold
And I'm
on.
considering not coming back to the school.
You need to come back because we gotta.
Page what?
Alright, 192, it's problems. 1 through 4. It's not particularly that bad. Alright, so problems 1 through 4, but it's math, so make sure that you think it through. So if you get stuck in study hall, like honestly stuck, you can ask me, but make sure that you're thinking through this to help you get ready, because remember, your test is mainly math. So make sure you're getting practice so you know what you're doing. If you don't understand what's going on, ask me on Monday whenever we come back. We'll practice more.
What page did you
Alright.
say?
92?
92 or 192?
92, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I forget I'm in the hundreds in all my other classes, except for this one. So, 92, 1 through 4.